Alright, what's up you guys? It's been a little bit since I made a video. I don't even have a tripod right now, so I'm going to use this thing. Yeah, today I just wanted to talk briefly about, I don't know, I just felt like making one tonight. I had a topic that I guess I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know, it's been a little bit. Yesterday was Father's Day. Today I didn't do too much, just went to the gym with a friend, studied, or with some coworkers of mine, whatever. And went to mechanics, I need some brakes, fix some brakes on my car, and I found out my other previous mechanic was lying. They fucked me over, because I went to another place and they gave me a whole other diagnostic. Anyway, people lie, that's the lesson today. This water's fucking amazing, by the way. If you have a Whole Foods, go get it. Whole Foods Market. Basically, what I wanted to talk about briefly was how whatever you go through, your experiences. People will not stop calling me. I'm too famous, you know what I mean? Too popular. I don't know what I was saying. Your experiences and what you go through is meant for you in a way, I guess, or key for your growth, or it's significant in a certain way. It may not seem like it as it's happening, or as you're going through it. It may not seem like might seem like pointless, or like, what are you going through it for no reason? But it needs to happen for you to grow into a bigger person and grow into your future self. You wouldn't get there without living through what you have. Had you lived through easy stuff through your whole life, you'd be completely different personality-wise and belief-wise and confidence-wise, whatever. Then there's a book I read every morning, or whenever I remember to. It's right here, but I don't want to really bring in religion to this channel or whatever a lot, but trying to find the one page that kind of speaks about it really well. I kind of bookmark them. So anyway, it basically says, do not resist or run from difficulties in your life. These problems are not random mistakes. They're hand-tailored blessings or experiences designed for your benefit and growth. Embrace all circumstances allowed in your life and trust and bring good out of them. View problems as opportunities to rely more fully on religion, belief, whatever. Essentially, just things happen for a reason. Wow, I'm the first person to have said that, I know. But truly, when I look at my life so far, I feel like up until like age 18, I was like living, I feel like I wasn't conscious. I was just kind of living as like a fucking being existing. I don't even know. Just kind of, being stupid, being young. And I started working, started growing up. I'm still 20 only, so it's like, it is what it is, but I feel like 19, 20, I feel like this year, 20, has been the biggest year for growth. 19 too, a little bit. But I've realized a lot of this stuff. It's funny, looking back, I think I've always thought like this, but I've never really understood a lot of this stuff until very recently. Like the past 6 months or past year, I want to say. So I look back on old videos of me and I'm like, just a fucking nitwit, just like just a kid messing around, whatever. But yeah, what you go through, it shapes who you are, it shapes how you think and what you believe and how you feel about things. And it's all for a reason, for a purpose. It might not seem in the moment or a week out or a month out or whatever, but you look back when you're a whole different area of life, and it's weird, you kind of go through areas in life and different periods, you know. Like I look back on my old photo gallery. Like I have all my photos for the past like 3-4 years, well onwards, but like mainly for like the past like well, maybe like 5 years since like COVID. And it's so weird. There's like different areas of life, you know. Like there was when I was at my previous job, and I remember I was just kind of working, sleep, work, sleep, whatever, hang out with friends, you know. And before that was just school, high school, you know. And then after that first job, I kind of took a break, and I was working at my church for a little bit, and that was like a very chill, different vibe, or different like type of work. And I took a break from working for a little bit, and then I went to this current job. Met a lot of cool friends, coworkers that now I'm really good friends with since I've been there for like 2 years. And then I found this other job through that job, and I found all my current friends through this job, you know, and a lot of good has come out of this job. So things just lead to different areas and different paths, and there's been like bad parts of every job, of every, you know, area of life, but you can't just skip past that. It's like there's no reason, you know, you won't get there. And there's been times back then where I've doubted or been like, oh man, like I remember when I first got, not fired, I was at a seasonal position. I remember feeling like so down that I didn't get kept at my job. It was Costco. And I was like, man, really down on myself. And I was like, did I do something wrong? Like, why didn't they like me? And then had I stayed there, and I would have never found this job. And then through this job, found my other job and found all my friends I have right now, and I wouldn't even know what I would have done, you know? Well, I wouldn't have known, obviously, since I would have just never found them. But it's like, I'm really good friends with them now, and it's like, to think that it could have not happened is weird to think about. And to go even more in depth, how I found this other job was through this it's getting confusing, but through this current job I have, they basically hired me through them. They found me working one day and liked my attitude, or liked my, like, the way I kind of treated them as a customer. It's funny, my manager actually went to a couple other stores and kind of scouted out for someone, but no one really stood out. And then she went to Whole Foods and found me. But it's weird. I think had she not picked that night to go out, or maybe she went out a little earlier or later, or had I not been scheduled that day to work, had it been one of my coworkers, or it's very simple. Let's say she came by that one day and I was in the back, I was like on a break or eating lunch, and she came out and I wasn't there and she just left. But she came out when I happened to be up there working, and I helped her out, and she liked me, and she gave me her card, and it's weird, I remember like, she gave me the card, and I remember thinking in my mind, like, oh damn, I wonder how this is gonna go. Because it was weird, it's like to be recruited by someone, you're like, oh, like intrigued you, and you're like, oh, where's this gonna go? And I remember waiting a couple days, and then I called her, and we had like an interview and everything, it was great. But it's very weird, you know? I remember just thinking, how is this gonna go? What's this new gonna be like? This new area, new job. It was a bunch of new employees. Like, it was very like we were all in it together, like this new learning experience of like it was a brand new place opening up, so we were all kind of going through it together. And then like new employees got hired, and then my friends got hired, and then this other person got hired, and it was like a whole new like world or area, you know? But it's weird, you know, all that could have been avoided and missed out on had I not been there that day, or had she not gone by, or had we not lined up or crossed paths, you know. So, I don't know, I feel like I got off topic, but everything you go through or experience is hand-tailored, I guess, or for a bigger reason, you know. I think people treat day-to-day like just nothing. They treat it just like, oh, wake up, you know, what am I going to do today? I don't know, whatever. And then next day, but I saw a video on Instagram, it was just like, your death will be on a random day, just a random whatever in between, in the middle of like you'll have stuff going on, you'll have work going on, you'll have plans coming up, like that Oliver Tree thing, rest in peace, that just happened. And that's just like he had a whole tour coming up, whole everything, and then just abrupt, you know? And everything leads up to that, your whole life, whole everything. But even after you die, life will continue. So basically just let loose and live a little bit and understand that, and you start treating every day more thankfully and don't take it for granted, you know, which is, I feel like, is a gift that I see that because I treat every day very significantly. Like obviously some days I don't do much. Like when I was sick, I was out for like a week, 2 weeks, just watching TV, whatever. But I feel like I see how every day brings something new. You know, like what brought today was great, was fun. Tomorrow was different. I gotta go take my car in. I think I'll probably go, I don't know, another thing, maybe spend some Father's Day, a little late Father's Day, go out to some breakfast or something. Then maybe I'll go to the gym. I don't know, but every day you don't know what it brings, you know, it's random like that. And each month brings different things. You know, I've been going down my calendar and looking back on these videos. It's like, I had my accident way back in, I don't know if I made a video about it, but when I crashed my car, that was back in March. And I think I got a new car in, not April, but May. Oh yeah, like beginning of May is when I got the car, passed my class, or passed my exam. And you know, you're on a path, you're on a timeline. You're doing things day by day, little by little, day to day. Everything isn't solved overnight, you know. I got a little to-do list over there, things I'm trying to get done. Shit, I just dropped it in. If you can see it, I don't know if I should show it, but I forget what I wrote on there. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner. So I dropped weight, I'm at like 142 or 145 or something. I used to be at like 155. That's not like real weight right now. Because when you get sick, man, it's horrible. You just stop eating, and it's like, man. So I gotta go back up to 150 and hopefully 160, 70, but that'll take a while. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Oh, also I got a license plate. Well, it's not really. I got like one of those custom license plates, and I put Vsauce on it because it wasn't taken. I don't know. I just thought it was cool, but kind of a waste of $50. But hopefully it'll look cool. I don't know. I was surprised. I thought it'd be taken since he's like a popular. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, thanks for watching, and be happy.